Hi everybody, it's me again. I thought to begin the course, I thought we'd just take four prominent companies, Microsoft, Union Pacific, Walmart, GE, and I've got their sales, net income, assets, liabilities, and equity all listed there. And I want to do some basic ratio analysis of these companies to help, so as to show how the ratio analysis really helps us understand these companies. So we'll start with taking the profit margin, which is net income divided by sales. So let's do that here, and we get 23% for Microsoft. That's really very good, isn't it? Union Pacific is 18.8%. That's better than it was when I was with them. But look at this. Walmart is only 3.5%. And so you may start wondering, how does Walmart, as profitable as they are, become profitable when they only make 3.5% on each sale? We'll find out in just a minute. And GE is 9.3%. It was always between 12 and 15% when I was there. Now, asset turnover is the next one we're going to take. So asset turnover is taking assets and it's going to take sales divided by assets. So it's 0.61 for Microsoft, 0.44 for Union Pacific, 2.31 for Walmart. So Walmart doesn't make much on each unit it sells, 3.5% on the average, but it turns it over lots, 2.3 times. So Walmart stores are open a long time, aren't they? Often 24 hours a day. GE's only 0.22. So now the return on assets is the profit margin times asset turnover. This is the DuPont method of analysis. So return on assets for Microsoft is 14%. It's very good. Union Pacific Railroad is 8.4%. 8.1% for Walmart. They don't make much on each sale, but they turn it over, and so overall it's 8.1%, which is quite good. GE is still down here. GE is really a different kind of company. Now the next thing we want to analyze is the financial leverage. They have, and we're going to take the financial leverage, and we're going to take the assets and divide it by the equity. In this case, it's 1.8. So Microsoft has some liabilities, some finance, some bonds and financial instruments, which becomes a leverage for them to leverage their business. So you take, well, let's just go across here first. Union Pacific Railroad's 2.31. Walmart's 2.71. They've got a lot of leverage there. And GE, look at that, 5.57. They've got enormous amount of leverage there. So now, with the DuPont method, to come up with return on investment, we're going to take this return on assets and we're going to multiply it by the financial leverage. So Microsoft makes a whopping 25.6% return on equity, and that's very good. Railroads 19.8%. Again, that's a lot better. They've been improving. And look at this, 22% for Walmart. That's really very good. They don't make much on each sale. They stay open a lot. They have a high asset turnover, and they also have significant financial leverage, which helps them get their bottom line. Look at GE. GE makes only 11.1%, but nevertheless, GE's like a bank. GE took their finance function in GE and really significantly expanded. So they lease and finance airplanes and all kinds of things, and the financial function, the financial part of their business is a significant part of it. And when the 2009 debacle took place in the financial industry, GE was all caught up with that. So they've still got some ways to go to work their way out of it. Now, if you go into smartmoney.com or yahoofinance.com, or any of those online services like that, you can get the market cap for each of these companies. So I did that recently, and the market cap is basically where it takes the number of shares and multiplies it by the market share for each stock to come up with the total cap of the company. And you can see GE's $234,620,000,000 is their market cap. Now, let's just take that and compare that with the equity, because the equity is the number of shares, right? I mean, it's how shares, the cost per share is developed. And so what this says is this is market value added, MVA, which means that the market has a substantial valuation of Microsoft. It's $68,257,000,000 of MVA, market value added. We will talk a lot more about this. This is just giving us a preview of it. Now, we look at Union Pacific. They are $64,210,000,000. Now, let's just see what their MVA is. You take that $19,877,000,000 and you compare it with the $64,210,000,000, and you see Union Pacific Railroad has an MVA of $44,330,000,000. Let's take a look at Walmart. Woo! Walmart. Make only 3.5% of each sale. They got an MVA of $160,515,000,000. Pretty significant. Look at GE. Even though they're struggling, they've still got $121,230,000,000 of MVA. Well, this is the beginning of the analysis that we're going to be doing. I thought I'd just show it to you because we're going to talk about MVA, and we're going to talk about market caps, and we're going to talk about all these ratios as well as a lot of others. So I look forward to working with you, and we'll see you. Thank you for listening.